Welcome in, everyone. Congrats to Kevin on getting first, and thank you for the I'm here as well. We are doing so. These can be done two ways. It's not very. The box is big. It's hard to show you. So it can be done as bookends as soon as I figure out which way to, hold my item, or how we're gonna do it as a book nook. It's kind of both. You can do it either way. But all my shelves, I have like bookshelves, like bookcases, versus just like floating shelves or whatever. So I don't have any books that need to be held on the shelf, for fear of falling off or whatever. So we'll do it as the book nook. And then I will move some of my books around, which I need to do anyway, since I got books last weekend, and put it on the shelf so everybody can see it and it'll be pretty. So, this is what we're doing today. It's not a very large set. It's 832 pieces. So, it's not like, 2,000 pieces or anything. Oh, and the poll ended for the streamiversary, and the Harry Potter new Great Hall was chosen. So, I will probably pick that up next week. Because we're going to a Lego store next week, and I'll probably pick it up there. Hopefully they have it. If not, I'll have to order it. Oh no, not ordering Legos. I don't know if there are stickers in this set, but there probably are. Because who doesn't like to be tormented with stickers? It's a Harry Potter set. There's almost always stickers. Ooh, an unmarked bag. It's got the curved clear pieces for the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bags in this set, and it looks like, ooh, there's our stickers. Ooh, we got mirror stickers, and then train stickers. 2 books, probably like one for the left and one for the right. So we're recreating 9 3/4 platform. So half the bags are for the one side, and half the bags are for the other side. Oh, crap. I forgot to press start. I got the new closed captionings like Carrot has. I had it all set up. I just forgot to press on. And I made myself a little start and finish um checklist. You can see how well they worked. I mean, I opened it and got it ready, but I didn't press on. Oop, another brick separator. Cool. I forgot to look how many minifigures came with this one as well. I think just 2, just Harry and Ron. Yep, just 2, just Harry and Ron. With, of course, Ron's rat and Harry's owl. Hedwig. Speaking of Hedwig, here he is. Legs, a body, a head, and of course 2 faces. Our face and our yay face, our happy face, normal face. We'll do our normal face because there's no trouble yet. If we run into trouble at the train station, we can always change it. And his Hedwig. Which, oh, I wasn't trying to pull it off. I was trying to adjust his hand. There we go. So it's set in more level versus. There we go. Of course, he's gonna fall over because the bird is heavy for the little minifigure anyway. And if there's time left when we're done, then we'll do some cross stitching. Train wheels, maybe? I don't know. This is a different type of back. This looks, I guess they would go on like that, and it's like train wheels. At least that's what I think. Who knows what they could be. But, yeah. Okay. Smushy, smushy our piles so we can try to see the blocks. Okay, we want one of these. Yours not there. Oh, I didn't look at how many stickers there were, like the number. On one sheet, there's 10, and then the other one is like 11 through 17, so not a ton. I always feel like the Harry Potter sets have like a fair amount of stickers. And already a sticker. It says number 16, so it's the other sheet. Oh, it's his is like I don't know. It says HP, but I guess they want it to be like his little suitcase, his satchel, whatever. Come on, there you go. So we'll put this over here with Harry. Oh. There we go. Now he'll stand up a little bit better because he's got his suitcase, his little trolley to hold on to. It kind of balances him out. Okay. So then the little grayed out picture showed us starting right in on the build. So it finally rained a little bit, so the humidity has come down a tiny bit. Not a ton, I feel like, but some. And frankly, that's better than nothing. It was still like 110 the other day though, so okay, so they want us to put the tire on there and then these two on here and then do it up like that. So like a little stopper. These were on the Tranquil Garden underneath as like feet underneath, to give it some stability. So not train wheels like I thought. Or I guessed, I should say. One of you, one of you, and one of you. It's so you. I try to form something about it. Nothing to me, an inspiration. Gonna put this. I've been meaning to get these new closed captioning like Carrot has. They will help when we play with other people because it'll, as long as their mic, you know, it'll like say their name and then what they said. So it'll kind of help a little bit. The I don't know, I guess downside for me is that just like the other closed captions I was using, I have to have another window open because they work in Google Chrome, not in Firefox. So still have to have two separate browser windows open, but that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. If you think they're not staying on screen long enough, like the text box, let me know and I can adjust that. I was just trying to have it so it didn't like hang around for forever. I think I have it set to like 3 seconds of no talking or something and then it goes away. I'm not positive though. And I could have my settings a little weird. I don't know. New testy things, you know. So so we have our base here. Sorry, I started to get out of frame. I feel like I'm way over to that side for some reason today. I don't know. Sometimes it's just a feeling you're not actually in any kind of a different spot. Oh, got the hiccups. We've had like thunderstorms the last couple days, but then like it didn't really rain with them, or it rained like just a quick spritz, like a couple drops, and then that's it. But like it sounded like it was going to be a really bad storm, and then it just wasn't. Okay, once one of these, and that. It's like, am I in the wrong spot? No, I guess this just. No, that doesn't cover it. So, oh, maybe it's the angle. Who knows? Welcome in, Crazy. Congrats on second. Says Crazy. Always second in stats, but first to grab that sub. No more ads for you. I know it doesn't seem like it's been that long. Carrot was talking about getting a tattoo today, and now I feel the urge to get another one. Thank you for the resub, Crazy. Yes, the poll ended this morning and it was the Great Haul. Um, so I'll have to look for that when we go to the Lego store next week or order it and pray it gets here in time. I'm sure I could order it faster from like Amazon or Target, but then I don't get my points. So, not that I don't buy a ton of Lego from Target. I'm still sad they ended their partnership program, whatever, with Lego, where you got points. You got less points, but you still got your some points when you purchased at Target. Which I wonder why they ended it. Oh, I grabbed two of those. I only needed one. This does not look quite straight. I don't know. There we go. I feel like I have a pretty good idea, like set up for what I'm going to do on the 6th, which is my 2-year stream anniversary. But, there's always the nerves. I do need to measure steel, which I keep telling myself I need to do, and then I just don't. So I will do that on our first break because then I'll be thinking about it, hopefully. Like one of those. Because I'll think about it at a time when I'm doing other things, and then I'll be like, oh, I'll do that when I'm finished. And then by the time I'm finished, I have completely forgotten. And then it just never happens. Which is kind of what happened this morning. I keep telling myself, ask Carrot what that new closed captioning is. And then I always think about it like when he's not on, and then I don't message him because I'm like, I'll just wait till he's on and I see him. And then, it goes round and round. And then I still never ask. And I don't find out. So I just asked this morning and I was like, I'll bring it up and then I'll get it together when I get home from dropping the girl child off. I caught the Hakamo. However you say that. Okay, let me move this and push these up here. Okay, maybe I keep feeling like I reached the end of and wind up out of view. And it could be that I'm just not. Whoop, I did not want you to do that. I was like, I feel like I don't know. Today everything just feels slightly off. And I even like made sure I looked before but I guess I didn't put what I was trying to make in, but I try to use like my name here at the top of the mat as like my guideline, like that should be in view. And it was, but I don't know. Everything still seems out of whack. And like I said, I feel like my chair is more that way, but then I'm like, it isn't because I'm like directly with my name. Who knows? I don't. So not Grady Hall, you silly Knigget. So the Great Hall is like 1,732 pieces, which I think it was like the lowest piece count of all the things that I put up there to do. But that's okay because we have a ton of little ones that are supposed to go with it. Like I've already done the Allery and the boathouse, but they're supposed to connect. And then I've done the spells and what is it? The potions classroom and the charms classroom, and they're supposed to go in there. And then I have the dueling one over there. And like there's a whole bunch of ones that are supposed to attach to it. So that'll be good though. Ah, why'd you do that? Yeah. So sorry. I was trying to make sure what I was saying was right. And then there's the great tower that attaches to it too, I believe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited. I did get some more resiny kit things. Some of them are resin kits, and some of them have kinetic sand in it. Um, but I got some because they were on sale, so I have more options for that. Um, what else did I get? I don't know. But Kevin said he would like to do something for the co-stream and Steel. And like I said, I need to. I know she said she wanted to do some kind of like swap. Like she would build a Lego thing and I would do a crochet thing, which is kind of cool because that's the opposite of what we normally do. I mean, I crochet obviously, but not like it's not my main focus. And she does Lego too, but it's also not her main focus. So that'd be fun to do like a swap essentially. I'm going to set this just to the side because this is like build a bunch of steps and then attach it. So, but yeah, so I think that'll be fun, and we will have lay things. That's why I have two piles here. Everything is blending for some reason. Like, I know this is probably something that is literally staring me right in the face, and I'm just not finding it. Ah, right there, underneath a piece. Not in one of the small piles where I was looking for it. So I'm almost done with. Oh, sorry, that popped off a little bit. No, everything's trying to pop off. Just everything come apart, right? I'm almost done reading Lights Out. I have 50-ish pages left, so hopefully I can finish in the pickup line today. But I can totally see why Steele stopped reading it. She does not like the steamy, weird stuff, and it definitely has some weird stuff in it. So, which there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody likes different stuff to read, so some people love the clean stuff, and that is like their jam. It is not mine, but that is okay. We're allowed to like different things. And I put that in the wrong spot. Imagine how boring it would be if we all like to read the same things. There'd be no variety. And I've been slowly working my way back into my book blogging. I don't know, something funky happened and I just kind of dropped off of it. Well, not obviously a couple weeks ago this past summer, but like the summer last year, 2024. Like, I don't know, just something happened. The kids got out of school and it was just like, bam, drop way back. So I'm slowly working my way back into it and I've signed up for a couple reviews and I'm getting back in the habit of like checking the email every day and whatnot. Um, so honestly, I think what happened is my brain's like, we're streaming now, put all our focus into that, and then like just that's it. That's how my brain works sometimes. There we go. I don't know why I kept wanting to knock this piece off. It doesn't actually touch that piece, like in a way that would pull it. So who knows? So it's like the front of the train. It looks like maybe. Yes, like the end of the engine. There's the word. The end of the engine. And again, I'm going to set it off the side because it's like build a bunch and then click it on. So, like a see through orange brick. You don't look orange. This looks orangey orange. But I think it is this. So the book makes it look like orange, but this piece is definitely yellow. It's a yellowish orange, but not orange like they make it look like in the book. So, oh, this one has. I'm not sure I've seen a piece like that before where it wasn't like completely filled in on the back, it's just got the ends. someday. Okay, yeah, that's how they want it. So we have like the inside of the train. Okay. How will I do? Oh, did I miss something? I did. Oh, it was a double on that page. They want this piece. So there we go. Would have thought I missed a piece. That's totally something I never do all the time. I caught Diggersby. Oh, they were doing something in Carrot Stream today. It was like Pokey LP. It'll tell you like your loyalty level and points. It says next goal 3% increase shiny chance in this stream. I'm not exactly sure what it all means. I guess it's based on how often you throw balls and stuff like that. But yeah. Feel free to try. We have stickers on this page too, so I'll grab that and this. There's our window. Oh, so great. Oh, don't forget to do your Poke Daily if you do it. Sticker number 3. It's just the train number 5972. I think I got it on there pretty level. Sounds thundery outside now. Don't know though. Oh, it is a dotted printed piece. Yep. It looks like a little speedometer, some kind of gauge. Doesn't really have numbers on it, so maybe not a speedometer, but some kind of gauge. And I will show you guys when I have it all together. because it's just a small dot piece, so it'd be hard to see like on it. So that's the printed piece, like a little gauge. I'm gonna say it's like a temperature gauge because it's on like the front of the, like maybe where you'd put the coal in. So I'm gonna call it that. To make the sides have like a rounded, like a tray. Okay, this one goes like, yeah, like that. Not that apparently, because that didn't stick, but like that. And then to finish giving it the curve. I don't know why we couldn't attach those before we attached the thing, but whatever. Oh, another sticker. Number 1 on one of these. And it's like the Hogwarts crest symbol on the side of the train. I feel like when you get so close to the brick, it's like almost magnetic. It like wants to attach. I got it to center-esque enough. Maybe just a hair to the right instead of the left, but we're gonna call it good. It goes on the train right like that. No sticker on this side. I figured they would have done a sticker on both sides, but nope. I guess because it's going to be, you're not really going to see that side, so that makes sense actually. Why add money to the set by print, tacking on another sticker when you're not really going to see it anyway. My brain keeps thinking of it as like a train you're going to see both sides of, and you kind of are, but it's more, but not at the same time. Oh, brain. No, not you. Oh, then they had like sporadic dots here on the top to make it look like, how do we increase the loyalty level? I want to say that it's like, so if if you do exclamation point pokey LP, Yeah, LP. I think it's based on like how often you throw, like if you how many times you throw, and it can change between like one stream to the next because I'm only like loyalty level 2 in carrots, but in my own I'm 4. So it's based on like how much you play the pokey. You know, how often you participate in the gambling that is pokey. So it looks kind of like you got coal in the back there. So it says you can find rare candy when attempting to catch Pokemon in this stream. So I guess the more you play, the more points you get, and that ups your loyalty level and stuff like that. I am not 100%. I just saw it this morning in carrots, and I was like, what is that doing? Like, tell me all about the pokey crap I still know nothing about. Ooh, another sticker, number 5. I feel like I know very little about the pokey. Ooh, I got that one on there. No, it was about that, and I was like, I don't. I was like, how is what is that doing? And then somebody else was explaining that it's like based on how often you throw, which like I said it specifically says in this stream, which means it could be different in different streams. I know you can be in several streams at the same time and throw pokeballs, but you only catch it in one stream. Like you won't catch it in every stream, you only catch it in one of those. So I guess maybe I don't know, it's like probably a delicate balance. Like because you may want like have a better bonus or whatever in somebody else's, but then be like a higher level in a different one. So I'm not completely sure. And I don't wanna like say yes, it's definitely this way when I don't really know. Let me touch this piece and I will see if I can lay Google something about it. Turn the page. Let's bring up late. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. This is. Um. That didn't give me anything. How do you raise your loyalty level on Pokemon community game? Says several approaches can increase your loyalty level in a community. Oh, it's not specifically like what I'm looking for. Let me look at the Discord, see if they have something about it in there. Commands and ball effects. Oh, that's nifty to know, but not. Yeah, for if you do, I don't know if it'll come up the same thing. Let's see. Pokemon. Yeah. Oh, it's just Pokey. Loyalty. So yeah, Pokemon loyalty, it brings it up the same way. It just says check your loyalty score and progress. So I'm not. I would assume engagement is what changes it, but I am not positive. I'm staring at it, trying to double check, and my I still set that down even though I wasn't positive. There's our little bell. Yep, and then we should just have the black dots up there. It's noon. We will have ads soon. Well, I guess it's 5 minutes off, so never mind. Ignore the cuckoo clock. It doesn't know what it's talking about. Okay, this is again build and then add, so we'll move that off to the side. I caught Stitch. Sorry, crazy. So it's 412 out of 500 for you. And so it didn't change anything right away. I don't know. Maybe it like takes more than one. I don't, like I said, I don't particularly know. In fact, I know like just the basics to play this game, and that's it. Like in, I'm thinking I'm missing a piece. Nope, it only says three. In, to play this particular Pokey game, I feel like I just know the bare minimum. Oop, a sticky sticker, number 9. Come on, peel up. Yeah, it was about 5 minutes ahead. Because I was like, ooh, it's noon. And I looked up, I was like, we'll have ads soon. Ads in 7 minutes. Never mind. Not soon. It says Hogwarts Express, and I will show it to you. Give me a second to do that. And then it goes on the front of the Chooted Shoe. And I make sure that it's centered. But don't focus on it too much, or else I'll drive myself literally insane. Oh, fantastic. Okay. If I can get this on there. It's all black, so my depth perception is a little skewed. It's that little light there on the front. Oop, we're gonna get to see our steam. See the steam coming out of the choo choo. I feel like that's a lot of pieces left over, but at the same time, they're all like normal, common pieces that are left. Just feels like there's a lot. Let's put some of these big pieces out of the pile. That way it's a little easier to see these other pieces. Against nature. When I go shopping, like food shopping next week, I'll get some different items for like snickety snack time for the 2 year stream anniversary. And I know I'm talking about it a lot, and I'm sorry if I'm driving you insane. Guess there's not really like an up or a down. It's mirror e paper. It's just like I said, there's no up or down. I was just like, having the brick separator on the inside is gonna make it a little hard to place that. So, but there's no specific up or down, so we'll just rotate it. And it's going to go right there, so it'll make it seem like a mirror of the edge of the train, like there's more cars, which is actually pretty ingenious. Stay in frame. Okay, now we're going to have ads in about a minute. They will go for 3 minutes, and then we'll be good for another hour. If you have turbo, no ads, because I believe that's the whole point of turbo. Is to like prepay for your ads kind of deal. I don't know. And then if you're subbed, you don't get ads. It's not a ploy to get you to sub. I just, let you know, hey, that's a perk. Plus emotes and other stuff. I do other stuff throughout the year for my followers, or my subscribers, or however you want to say that. But yes, that doing it as a 3 minute block gets rid of pre rolls, and we all hate pre rolls. So common enemy. Oh, there it is, hidden under other ones. But yeah, because there's nothing worse than getting pre rolls when you come into somebody and then like potentially getting ads like right after it or soon after it. So this is like the best way I found really is kind of do it this way. And it's only once an hour, so and sometimes Twitch gets other things in its head and you don't even go for the full 3 minutes. You just go for a little bit. Or like some people, you just don't go to ads at all, even though you're not subbed or anything. It just decides no ads for you. Not that I would complain about no ads and not paying for no ads. That'd be a perk. Okay, we're in ad break, and I don't bill during the ad break. I'm going to remember to message Steele, like I said. I hate when you're like trying to message and they all look the same. Apparently, I cannot type. Okay, there we go. My fingers were just like hitting everything but the right button. I should also message Kevin while I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think. Sorry. Okay, sorry guys. I just wanted to finish typing that out while I was thinking about it so I did not forget or say, I'll do it in a minute, and then it never gets done. And then the sixth rolls around, and I'm like, why not have my shit together? Because I'm me and I procrastinate. I need an L. There it is. Hopefully, ads weren't horrible for you. I know sometimes I get ads in foreign languages, and I'm like, there is nothing ticked off on my thing that says I speak Spanish, but that is what my ads were in. I'm looking at it and seeing the directions say put the little brick underneath the big brick. I still did it the opposite way. Instructions. I only sometimes follow them. Now, okay. There is it a hunter? Yes, a hunter loose in chat. So we put this block there. Okay, it says this. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it shows that. Put this and this. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Ah, droppy droppies. I have the drops. And that sounded bad because drops make me think of diarrhea. But nevertheless, ignore my statement. Okay, then 1, 2, and 2. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So we want okay, no. At first I was like, what am I looking at? That doesn't look right. Never mind. It does. If I look at it the correct way, it makes sense. Right? That's important. Looking at it the correct way. Because it really does it like this. So at first I was like, huh? Because I was like, it's supposed to go down to this, but no, that brick is empty. So we've got our arches. And then it says we make 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now let me try to. It's kind of what it looks like. We do it 2 more times. I'm pretty sure they go right here, and then they curve up like the inside of the glass. Or, what will be the glass. So that's how I think they go. It shows it like this again. It says put it like this and then angle it. Well, that one either wasn't in really, or I don't know. Something. Okay, then it shows we stand it up, and it says this and this. Nope, go right here on the edge. This end. Ooh, a whole mirror-y thing. Is there like one that seems? No, they're pretty much a square, so. So you can see what I'm doing. That's, hope, pray, cross our fingers. Nope, that's like way too far to that side. We're calling that good. I might need to buy a new charger for my personal laptop. I thought it was in my bag, but I can't find it. Hopefully, it is at the house. Hopefully, if not, we look around. I'm sure there's a charger. I mean, Fantasy's not using her laptop anymore, so you can see if hers works with yours. Okay. So that's how that top mirror looks. It makes it look like they go on and on and on, which is kind of cool. Pull these little couple leftover pieces here in the center. It says this, and this, and this. And then that piece looked a little. Like that. Okay. And then just these normal leftover pieces on only a couple. We are on the fourth bag. So you can video game on the go. Something to do in the hotel rooms. It also says our unnumbered bag. It says 3, so only half of them, which makes sense because we'll want the other ones for the other side. So we'll set that there. Okay. 2, 4. Yep, okay. And then we want a 6. Yeah, play my farm sim or train sim while I'm in the hotel doing nothing. Well, we can put it on the watch list with like many, many other things. I swear that's why we have so many like little mini savings accounts. Take X amount of, $20, $40, whatever, out of each paycheck and put it here for this thing and there for that thing. And then eventually we save up for it and then we want 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So we want. I don't know why I thought it said 4. Because I saw 4 for the black dots, black squares, and then I looked at the windows and I was like, yeah. Yeah. No, it's 9 windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And one up here is 9. I'm going to take better pictures of the items I've been crocheting and add them to the store tab, whatever, that we have in Discord. Um, Mostly, well, pretty much all that's in there right now is stuff my daughter made. And if you do purchase any of the stuff she made, it goes to her Europe trip this coming summer. Yeah, it's hard to believe that she signed up for that her freshman year, and it's already like it's coming next summer. The time has just flown by. But yeah, anything that is purchased from in the Discord store tab, that's hers. I put the money in her account for her Europe trip. But yeah, I keep I really am enjoying crocheting this stuff, but I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all this now? I mean, usually the kids claim stuff, but you know, that only goes so far. Like they too don't need one of everything. So we have this like this so far. And now I'm gonna build something else. Wrong side. Oh, stupid fly. Really, Beast? You're just gonna stuck in there like that? Make sure this is all pinched in tight. So we are settling back into the school year. The boy child's English teacher sent out an email today that she moved all the assignments that were supposed to be due this week to next week because the school switched to like a new website platform, whatever. And there's been some like technical difficulties. Like they put out a link and it doesn't work. So then, by the time the kids email the teacher and they see it, and in between teaching other classes, um, so she moved all the assignments from this week to next week so that things could be ironed out, and hopefully like those things are just bugs because it's the beginning of the school year and like a new platform. So, okay, so it shows this like this and put this like this. Um I mean, the boy had done the work already, so I guess he's done with next week's English work. But he did have a problem getting into class the one day. Um, but he was emailing with the teacher and he worked it out himself, between following what she said and trying troubleshooting things. They finally got it to work. Turned out the link he had was bad, so he clicked on that new link that she gave him and bam, it worked. So, but I'm glad he attempted to like try to troubleshoot it himself. Okay, and then it says you press these up like this. Because, he is in high school now. So it's not that I'm opposed to helping him, but I would like him to try to figure it out himself first. Communicate with his teacher and things like that. Nope, number 13. Okay, this one definitely has a right side up. So, wanted poster over a lost poster. Probably gonna have another sticker. Yep. It says platform 9 3/4. There's no such thing by Harry, quote of Harry Potter. The other side will have like the same shape sticker, but it has a quote in it by Ron. Then we have another cloud of smoke, and that is going to go on the Chitty Chew. This and this. We want the clock. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at the way the clock is put in the book here. Okay. it's going to go like that. And we want 12 at the top, obviously. There we go. I'm going to put that right there. And that's it for one half of the set. So then it shows you that. So this is the Great Hall that we're going to work on. And this is the tower, the boathouse, then the flying lesson, and the, what is it? Herbology. And these, like, all kind of go together. And then it shows you on the inside the dueling and the potions classroom, as well as the charms classroom. So that is one half of it. So let's put Harry back here with, his trolley for now. But as a book nook, of course you'll see both halves together. But see how the mirrored pieces in the back, they make it look like it goes on much longer, which is like a fantastic little addition to the set that I never would have even dreamed of. So the second half is, sorry, I keep thinking I broke this nail, but then I feel it and it's not. So I don't know what's catching where. The second half will be obviously the opposite side with Ron. And this set is like 830, 840 pieces roughly, somewhere in there. So music, what are you doing? Oh, it's the end of this song, which is like super low. Making me think something's wonky. Okay, Ron head, Ron hair, torso, his rat. Looking for legs. Grayish blue legs. Ah, there they are. Again, two faces. His normal and his crap's gone to hell. And of course his rat. So we'll set Ron and his rat to the side over here. And then we gotta build his trolley. So Medusa, welcome in and congrats on third. I hope you're having a good day, a good week. The poll ended this morning, and we are building. Sorry, brain fart. A little notification thing popped up. The Great Hall for my 2-year stream anniversary. It says Medusa A chill VTuber who builds Legos and studies languages on Duolingo. Oh yeah, you have like a crazy streak on Duolingo. They were last seen building a Lego Starry Night, which sounds pretty artsy fartsy to me. Maybe they'll teach us some French while they build. That would be so cool. Yeah, I know. Like only one person voted for like uh the Chocolate Factory, and then one other person voted for the Scholars, and then everybody else was like, "Nah, we want this one." Nope, it's my phone. It was Streamlabs telling me there was a some kind of opportunity. I'll look more at it later. Sorry, this rat does not want to. I guess I gotta like put his tail kind of underneath the handle. Some. Oh, I'm trying to put it one further back than they mean it to be. So there's Ron's cart. And of course, we'll have him pushing his cart. If I can get, get him to grab on. And then we start on the other half of the book nook, which I realize I'm trying to point out and you guys can't see because there is only so much room. So I was saying earlier, these same little like feet, so it were part of the Tranquility set, and they were underneath just like this, as to kind of give it a little like foot and like stability, and plus it makes it a little non-slip because this is rubber, so it makes it have like a little non-slip grippy foot. Welcome in, Alex. I hope you and Joe had a wonderful time on your adventures. I am so happy for you that you guys had such a great time. I imagine got a lot more like movement in than you do like on a normal basis, and then your body's like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why did you think we could do that? Why would you do that to us?" Yeah, every time I have like, we're gonna go do this, it's gonna be so much fun, and I bring my brace and I take my meds and I wear my patch and we walk around, and by the end of the day I'm like, why do I do this to myself all the time? Like, why do I think I'm going to be able to do all this and not be like so sore by the end of the day? or the next day. Like, I know I'm going to be, but I'm always like, no, we'll do it. It'll be fine. It'll be great. That's all right. I know how that goes because you don't want to shop before you go, even if it's only for a couple days, because you're like, then the produce will have 2 extra days to go bad. But at the same time, you're like, I'm too tired to shop on the way home. You're like, no, nobody's got time for that, or the energy, really, more than time. Nobody's got the energy to do that. Yeah, we'll have the same kind of thing next week. Crazy is going to a conference for work, and then neither of the kids have school that Friday, and he gets the conference only goes half day that day because it's a Friday, you know? So, sorry, I was like counting and trying to put things, but apparently my brain could not do both. Um, so we're gonna drive because it's not far from our house, only like a couple hours, and so we're gonna drive up and have like some family time there. And we get paid on Thursday, but we'll be gone most of Friday and Saturday. So I'm like, I don't want to go shopping like Wednesday essentially, or even after stream on Thursday, and then like that's days like the produce and stuff would go bad. I guess I could do like the non-produce shopping, and that's a long way for donuts. Did you eat some along the way for sustenance? Because you got to keep your energy up. But I probably still will wind up going shopping like Thursday. I guess I can do that. Thursday after stream in school and get like the non produce stuff. Ah, I should have put these down in between as I was going instead of all at the end. Oh well. Oh, and then it's the same again. apparently that's all I've been doing is like picking up pieces just to drop them and drop them and drop them and drop them. It was worth it. Got donuts for my mom, dad, and younger siblings too. Oh, donuts are so good. I love donuts. So I got these new closed captiony things down there. If if you think the color needs to be slightly like darker, I guess not darker but less opaque, or like if you think they need to be like, I think I have the timer set for like 3 or 5 seconds. If I stop talking, they'll kind of disappear, so they're not like just lingering up there. But if you think it needs to be a little bit longer, let me know. Or if you don't, if you think the font looks wonky, I thought the font kind of went with my spooky Halloweeny theme. But if it makes it hard to read, then that's not good. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. So these are the same ones that Carrot has. So like if I co-stream with somebody, I can send them an invite and it'll differentiate between like who's speaking. I love Krispy Kreme donuts. I will say that the Krispy Kreme that's closest to us is not the best Krispy Kreme. Like it's still officially Krispy Kreme, but they're like sad Krispy Kremes. I don't know. There's places much closer to us that currently do better donuts, but I do love Krispy Kremes. So just 3 extra pieces. I don't know what it is around us, but I swear to God, we have like 8 donut shops within like 10 minutes of the house. Most of them are pretty good. Some are better than others, but that's the general. Nope, nope, you're a printed dot. That's not what I want. Yeah, the last like 2 times we went to the Krispy Kreme that's closest to us. Like one time the donuts were like really small and I was like, I'm pretty sure you guys have like a thing, like it's a machine. They cut them all out the same size, so I don't understand how they could be small, but even the lady was like, "Our donuts are small today. We'll give you a couple more." So it equals out. And I was like, I don't know how that works. Like I thought you guys had a machine or like a mold or something. But yeah. The back of the train car. Well, far fetched is in chat if anybody wants to try to catch it. I'm ready for this hot weather to go away. I would prefer to like I would not be upset if I lived somewhere where it was like fall weather all the time or at least most of the year. Um this hot weather needs to go. It was still like 110 the other day. What they'll be like um the weather is 95 degrees outside, but the real temperature is 110. That's the temperature I worry about. I don't care what the actual temperature is. I only care about what it feels like it's outside. Ooh, warm donuts are the best donuts. I mean, all donuts are good. That's not true. Some places you buy them and you're kind of like, oh, these are sad donuts. But warm donuts are definitely the best. It's like when you we got I want to get those. Now you're gonna make me want to go to Krispy Kreme. Doosa. Yeah, all donuts are not made equal. It's like pizza is better at some places than others. This place has better burgers. Nothing is created equal. Now I have to look up the Harry Potter donuts. Are they for September for back to school? Harry Potter donuts. They are. I'm gonna have to go to. Yeah, they're house themed. Oh, they look so good. I don't like donuts that have things inside them, like jam or whatever, or cream. Have the sorted cat with random color. Hmm. Like, I don't mind chocolate filling, but I don't like cream or like goo. I guess my problem is really goo, and it's a texture thing. I don't goo. Can't be bought in an assorted dozen. That's a ripoff. Like, why not? You mean I gotta buy that donut separate? Yeah, that's lame. It says Gryffindor, an unglazed shell donut filled with cookie butter flavored cream, dipped in red icing and Biscoff cookie crumble. I love Biscoff. Topped with golden icing drizzle and the Gryffindor crest. Slytherin donut, an original glazed donut topped with chocolate and green buttercream flavor swirl with chocolate cookie sugar blend. I think they mean sugar cookie blend, but I could be wrong. And the Slytherin Crest Hufflepuff is an unglazed shell donut filled with brown butter toffee flavored custard. Yeah, I'm weird about less stuff too. Um. Anyway, Hufflepuff is the shell again, filled with brown butter toffee flavored custard, dipped in golden yellow icing and topped with black chocolate drizzle, cookie crunch, and the Hufflepuff crest. And then the Ravenclaw donut is the original glazed donut, dipped in blueberry flavored icing and topped with the Ravenclaw sprinkles and crest. Um, I love chocolate cake donuts with chocolate icing. Chocolatey, chocolatey. I don't know. You could make it worth it, Dusa. You could get donuts and eat out for dinner. It doesn't tell me about. Let's just go to Krispy Kreme. I don't know. You're talking to someone who's willing to drive for like whatever. Like I need very little provocation to drive somewhere. Okay. It wouldn't tell me on that other site what the sorting hat donut was, so I'm gonna look it up. It says an amazing treat featuring a soft, unglazed shell filled with a surprise house colored cream. It's dipped in a rich chocolate flavored icing and topped with a shimmering gold stars, gold shimmer sugar, and a sorting hat piece. Take a bite and see what your sorting hat donut will reveal while supplies last. Now, thank you. Now I need to drive a half an hour to get donuts after school. Or I could wait till Crazy comes home and we could just eat out. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I would use, like I said, I need very little provocation to do almost anything. So I think it was you. Hollywood Undead is coming near me next month, like really close, like a half an hour away. I could be wrong because sometimes my brain just remembers the color of someone's name and then forgets what name is attached to it. I know that's horrible, but we've been over this. I cannot help it. Yeah, Hollywood Undead is coming really close, like a half an hour from me. I've already told the hubby that I'm gonna have to go see them. It'll be my second time seeing them. I walked an hour, 30 minutes there, and 30 minutes through the busiest streets in London, pushing Joe and all the crap we had with us in the pusher. Ooh, that's a lot of work, Alex. Like, who needs to go to the gym after that? You've already gone to the gym, and all you did was like walk through London. We're gonna have ads about 45 seconds. Um, we'll go for 3 minutes, and then we'll be good for an hour. I don't build during the ads, so you don't really miss anything that way. If you have Turbo, of course, the whole point is no ads. But if you subscribe, you also don't get ads, and that is not a ploy. Just, stating facts. I do not expect anybody to sub. Okay, they want it like this. Oh, I hate when you have that like bubble in your chest. You're like, whatever you're gonna do, just do it, please. Oh, it started like really close to when it said ads were going to start versus what it normally does, which is leaves you hanging. We got 2 dozen, one sorting hat one, my free birthday one, and the two free ones they gave us. I mean, at least you got some free ones. Oh, that's what I should check. Nope. My we bought a ring like floodlight camera thingy for the backyard, and now every time a tree moves, it's like there's a person in your backyard. There's motion in your backyard. And I appreciate that it's going to let me know, but at the same time, I check it like 50 times a day for nothing. But I'm honestly kind of like afraid to fine tune the settings on it and then it be like give me almost no notification that things are happening. So, oh, it's one of those things you have to decide. Do I want to swipe away messages that something's happening at one of the cameras all day? I should say all day, but often, or do I want to potentially miss something because I tried to fine tune the how the notifications come through, or like what sets it off and gives me a notification. Sorry, I thought I saw an email for Boy Wonder, like from one of his teachers, which really doesn't necessarily mean it's for me, but like any email they send him, I get a copy of. So, oh, okay. We'll put a star on that. They, how do I want to say this? Sorry, my brain is not working today. They switched to like a new platform from their old one. So they're having some like glitches, like technical glitches. Like the teacher will put a link where you're supposed to go for like the Zoom live class, but the link won't work. Or they'll put a link to go with an assignment, and then the kids can't, like, it'll say bad link or whatever. So they're having some technical difficulties with this new um sorry, my brain keeps farting, with this new platform. And so his English teacher already like said she moved all the assignments from this week. She changed the due dates on them to like, so if they were supposed to be due on Tuesday, she changed it. It's still Tuesday, but it's next week Tuesday instead of like 2 days ago because they were having some technical difficulties. So now the history teacher has done the same thing because, like, just, technical glitches that you get on like a new platform, which I feel like maybe they didn't test enough, like on their end before they went, yeah, let's start the school year and we'll go with it. Like, you know, but also I feel like no matter how well you test something, you still wind up with glitches. So, yay, 15 minutes to pizza, pizza, pizza. Ooh, we're making a box of every flavor jelly beans. We got jelly beans. If it'll. There we go. I was like, never mind. I won't show you jelly beans because it refuses to focus. So, we got coins and jelly beans and chocolate frogs and chocolate frog boxes. And after looking at it from above, I realized that the top is slightly skewed on that box. There we go. And then we're going to take, not that one, this one. We'll put that in there. And I'm just making sure it looks pretty centered on those. Oh, but I put it the wrong direction, so that seems about right. I just assumed that they wanted the jelly beans facing the side you were going to see. Yeah, because chances are this is going to be the center. So you're going to put the jelly beans where nobody's going to see them. Okay, if at the end the jelly beans are still like that, like facing the wall where you don't really see them, I'm going to turn them around. Same with the frog. Now we're. Oh, you're going to make windows, so maybe you will see them? Sorry. Listening to me like ranting about like clearly something that isn't that important. But whatever. It's my stream and I'll rant if I want to. Okay. Number 4. this does not want to come off. There we go. Boop. There we go. That one looks like I got it on there nice and even. Hello, camera. There we go. Okay, where are we? Pieces. Pieces, pieces, pieces. One, two, and three. Okay, these are the Scotty Rotten. Welcome in, Scotty. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. I feel like these windows are not the windows that go here. Because they're not. Those are too wide for this door, or for this window. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Becca and Eric. Okay, let me get people before I get confused. When Scotty talks, it should just automatically. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Words. Out. I'm like, I will get so confused if I if I don't try to do the things. Why is it not? There we go. I was like, why didn't it do the shouty shout? Because it just does what it wants to, or more accurately, doesn't do what I want it to. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're having a lovely week. We are doing the Harry Potter book ends or the Harry Potter book nook, depending on which way you do it. Because you can do it. Hold please while I attempt to pretend I know what I'm doing. Um, you can do it like, well, this one's hard to gauge because you can do it like this. So if you have book ends, put books in the middle, or you can do it this way and it'll be like a book nook. I'm going to do it as the book nook because I have bookcases, so I don't have any books that are like just on a shelf that I need to have an end for. That's all right, Scotty. We're weird here too. I appreciate the raid. Go do what you must do. Take care of yourself. Have a lovely day. Sorry, my brain forgot what I was doing. Um, for those of you who've not been in here, I am Book Loving Builder. I obviously do lay Lego. I also do the crafts. I do cross stitch and crochet and diamond arts, and I have a wee bit of a fabric addiction. I like to sew mostly children's items because I had minions, and so everything I do revolves around tiny people. My people are not so tiny anymore, but when I started to sew, they were tiny. Um, I used to have an embroidery machine. It no longer talks to my computer, so unfortunately, I can't like really make any of that stuff anymore right now. I am attempting to save for a new one. I say attempt because there's so many things I want. Um, I also read a lot, and I will talk about it endlessly with you if you want, but I read some weird stuff. So, thank you for the lurk, Becca. But be prepared if you ask to talk about books. It could go some very weird places. Um, but I read a wide variety of things, so Yes, I love the Harry Potter Lego, and I know that Harry Potter is one of those weird, touchy subjects, but I do not necessarily associate J.K. Rowling with the Harry Potter universe. Like, I know she wrote them, and yes, theoretically that makes her like attached to them, but also I can like, I don't know, I separate her from Harry Potter, so all her weird stuff going on, I don't relate it to Harry Potter. So, cuz that's like her as a person, not the things she's written, which I know directly affect her, but or affect her income. Okay, I don't think that's the right door. Nope, we want the door the other way. Yay, pizza, Alex! Eat the pizzas. Nummy nums. Num num nummy nums. We have a door. Welcome in, Mr. Harrell. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Um, I don't know. Somehow I got told I have cozy chaos in here. It's cozy, but sometimes a little chaotic. We get a little weird sometimes. Um, but yes. So I know that J.K. Rowling is a touchy subject. Welcome in, AFK Civvy. Thank you for the follow. And so I know that some people, like if you like Harry Potter, they're like, no, that's not for me. And you know, I embrace that. You do, everybody's got their line in the sand. I don't shop at Hobby Lobby. Everybody's got their line in the sand. But for me, I don't really associate her with the Harry Potter stuff. Like to me, she's separate. So agree with me, disagree with me. I don't know. You're free to have your opinion. It can be wrong. That is like one of my favorite sayings. You're entitled to your wrong opinion, and some people get offended about that. I don't know. Take it however you want. Then it's not meant in a serious way, but you know. But anyway, where I was going with that is that's my stance on Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling is that to me they're not really connected. But welcome in. If you are a streamer and I did not get you a shout out, please let me know. I may not know you, or I may have not have made it automated yet because sometimes I forget. Um, but yes, feel free to tell me about you and what you do, and we like making new friends. I'm bad at it, and that's why I do it on the internet. But nevertheless, I like attempting to make new friends. Two better days. I need a window. Oh, there it is. I am Eric. I hope you are doing well as well. Words are hard today. We are chugging along. The kids are getting back into a rhythm now that school has started up again. And I officially have two high schoolers. And then I think about the fact that my daughter graduates not this school year, but next school year, and her brother two after her, and then I will have no children in school, and they will be old enough to be left alone. I don't have to take them everywhere I go. And then that's kind of scary because I'm like, oh, I am old now. Like I always joke that I'm old, but then I'll really be old. I'll have only adult children. Because of the way my kids' birthdays fall, they are always one of the oldest kids in their class. So they will both be 18 during their senior year, which is kind of interesting because in the state of Arkansas, like when we lived in Nebraska, and we still have friends that live in Nebraska, um, it didn't matter. Like you are your child's legal guardian until they are done with high school. So even if they turn 18 2 days into their senior year, they still need you to sign off on everything. Like if the school needs parental permission, you still have to provide it. The kid can't provide it, even though they're 18. Um, but where I grew up in Pennsylvania and here in Arkansas, they're like, no, you'll still be notified, but the kid can just do and sign off on it themselves because they're legally an adult. So that's interesting. Like how it is in different places. I was 18 most of all of my senior year, and my mom didn't sign on anything. Like they're like, we need your parent to sign this, and I'd just be like, okay, and sign it. And they're like, I'm 18, and they're like, okay. There's a sign on my boss's desk that says, it is weird being the same age as old people. Yeah, like, how did I get the same age as the old people? Like, how did that happen? But yeah, I'm like, oh my god. In a few short years, they'll be like, I mean, I don't expect them to move out as soon as they turn 18, but like, I won't have to take them everywhere I go, and they can be left alone at home. Like, if we wanted to go away for the weekend by ourselves, we could, and we wouldn't need a babysitter. So that feels kind of weird. Like, I don't know how prepared I really am for that, but it also doesn't matter how prepared I am for it. It is going to happen. So we can open our doors. This one only opens so far because you have that raised block. But yeah, like I always joke that I'm old, but now I'm like, oh my god, I'll actually be old. Okay, I shouldn't have this left over. I'm going to have to look where this should be. Not in that step or that step. None of those steps. I was lurking in your stream the other day, Eric. I'm beginning to worry. Like, where did this piece come from? Did I bump it off the previous bag? Oh, oh, that's what happened. I must have bumped it when I was trying to attach something, and it went right there. Freak out averted. Excuse me and my panic attack. Yeah, I have I'm a habitual lurker. I just like pick somebody and then I sit there and I never say anything. like I pick someone or a couple someones, and then I just go about all the things I'm trying to avoid doing. Laundry, dishes, all the adult tasks I'm trying to avoid doing. But I just let them play out while I do the things I need to do. I figure from like a personal standpoint, like I stream during the day, I figure quite a few probably lurk because they can't have like the sound up at work, so you don't really, you can't really chat per se. Or, they have it playing through their headphones so they can hear, but they can't necessarily like talk back. So I don't mind lurkers who don't, like don't say anything. I probably don't even know they're there half the time. But, and then the other part is that that's how I Twitch. That's how I am on Twitch, is I lurk more often than that. Because usually I'm not doing just one thing, so. Ooh, this is our mirror. So, I don't know if I can. I'll show you on this one. There's the thing I'm looking for. So they did this thing with like these mirror stickers to make it look like there's more train than there is. Like that, or like more train track, I guess. That there's other cars on the train track. No, this still work this way because there's not an up or down. Like a proper this way up, that way down. There. Okay. Oh no, it'll work the right way. So, if you look in the use of the reflective, it makes it look like there's more train down further. Which I think is amazing. I never would have thought of something like that. I get too excited about some of the simplest things, but that's okay. Right? I would have never thought of using some kind of like mirror type sticker to make it look like there was more train than there was. I wouldn't just like, oh, it's the end. And this is why I don't design Lego, because I am not that creative. I'm just good at following directions. Sometimes we've all seen me on Build. I can follow directions sometimes. But yes, I could not like create Lego. Like some of the stuff they do, I'm like, oh my god. Like this mirror thing. I would never think of that. Shows it more towards this side. Yeah, because they've graduated high school and they've gone on to college. Because I think a lot of kids go into college only being 17 for like the first couple months to half the school year. They may only be 17. And so they're supposed to write home to mommy and daddy or call home to get permission to do whatever. I could, that would be a pain in the butt. And what if your parents are really controlling, right? And the whole reason you picked a college far from home was so that you could escape the control, and now you still have to get their permission even though you're in college. What if they say no and threaten, tell the school no, and they want to disenroll you? Like, it's not really their choice anymore. Which, when you look at like the age of majority and being legal, is like that weird wonky area. Like, you are left high school and you're on to the next part of your life, but you're still technically not 18. So, you know it is a like kind of weird area age wise, which we won't have to worry about because the kids will be 18 in high school. Yeah, like it's a very weird area because in some respects, especially if you're away at college, you can't, it's not as simple as going home and getting your parents to sign a permission slip. You know what I mean? Or giving you the okay. You may live far from your parents, right? But at the same time, you're not technically 18, so you're not technically legally an adult. So it's this kind of like weird gray area where you're allowed grace in certain areas, like being able to sign off for yourself at college. But in some other areas, you're like, well, you're not an adult. So, no, my brain totally interpreted that differently. But yeah, it's just that kind of like weird gray area. We've always, I don't want to make it seem like we're like, okay, you're on your own, but we've laid ground rules for the kids that have been the same since they were little or changed slightly like as they got older. And it's like, these are the rules. They're not new. You know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And so we expect you to follow these rules. And if not, there'll be consequences. And so, for the most part, they understand what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, what will get them in trouble and what won't. I think it different now, but when I was 18 and went out to get a full-time job after college, I still needed my mom to sign off as you had to be 19. Right, like see like that's one of those weird areas. Like as far as the school was concerned, you were an adult, right? Like you didn't have to get a permission slip signed. Your parents couldn't disenroll you. But like if you got in trouble with the law, you weren't 18 yet or 19, and also if you wanted a job, you still needed to like, it's this weird area where in some areas you're treated as if you are a legal adult, and in some other areas they're like, you're still going to need permission. Like it's this like weird transitional period of time. Because I want to say it was the same way. Like I was 18 all through high school. Like, so the school couldn't like make me Like I didn't have to have my mom sign anything. If they were like, "We need your parents' signature," I could sign it. But I think in some other ways, and maybe it was more assumption because I was 18, I was of the legal age. But like they saw that I was still in high school, and so they wanted to say you can't do that because you're still in high school, and it's like, but I'm 18. Like so, it is like a weird area. Yeah, like oh well, like I can't do anything about when I was born, you know. Like age is such like a weird thing to hang over people's heads. Like sometimes it's like you can't do that because you're not old enough. Like, and I think it depends on the type of age because you have some younger siblings who are like in middle school or elementary school and they want to hang out with their siblings who are older, but because of the age of both groups, like the kid who was older at one time, it didn't really matter, you know what I mean? But now they're doing high school things that are in middle school you should not be doing, you know, or as like a new teenager, almost teenager, you shouldn't be doing what they're doing, right? So like there is a definite break, but then the kids are like, but like 3 years ago it didn't matter. Yeah, well, 3 years ago they weren't doing those type of things. Oh, Drake Hunter, thank you for the follow too. Sorry I missed that one. I feel like I miss a lot on the notifications. uh but like when you're an adult, yeah, like maturity. Like, yes, technically your brother is still only 3 years older than you. That has not changed. But now he's 16 and you're 13. Like, now there's a divide that, yes, some of the stuff he's doing, you can't tag along to do. Um, but then, like, as an adult, still sometimes that gets hung over your head. Like, you're legally adult, you're out, you're living on your own, whatever. And people are like, oh, you're a baby. It's like the or like that weird area where kids are like old enough to drink and then they have friends that aren't old enough to drink and they're like haha you can't drink and it's like okay you're 2 months older than me, calm yourself down. Under 25 the age difference is handled so differently depending on the situation. It's so strange situation, but then after that it seems not to matter. Yeah, it's like weird how like there's just that like off switch where it like okay whatever. But because I think it's like the young adult type thing, like where they understand that sometimes you're not like you're all the same age, but maturity is different. Like some kids are more mature or whatever, and so they have to still take that into account. But they figure after a certain age, you can't keep hanging on to that. Well, they're just not that mature. Okay, well it's time to get mature. Like you no longer get to use that as a reason you did whatever. Or you should know that by now. But yeah, it is so weird like this. I want to say somewhere like 16 to like 25 there is a lot of like fluidity with things like based on individuals. Like yes, the law or rules or whatever state that this is this for this and this for that and that for that, but also taken into consideration is that is like how mature that person is or isn't. And it's a weird kind of like it is unfair and fair at the same time because I mean my mom probably dealt with it a lot. My brother was very immature. And so even when he like if I did something at a certain age, he thought he could do it when he turned that age and my mom was like, no sir. You most definitely don't have your shit together. You can't do that." And he'd be like, "Well, it's not fair. She got to." And she's like it doesn't matter that it's not fair. You're not mature enough to do that. So, well, yes, age did come into play on whether she would allow me to do that or not. I also had to prove that I was mature enough to handle that. And so that became like, it's that kind of concept that happens a lot, I think, with that kind of age range. Like, even the law, like, it's wrong, but somehow, like, if you're less mature, they, like, maybe you get away with it a little bit more. Like, oh, they didn't understand. But a lot of times, like, the maturity of that individual comes into play in a lot of things in that kind of 9 to 10 year span, which, like I said, is kind of fair and unfair. Like, because it's always going to be one part of it, because you're mature, you may get to do things that other people, your siblings, friends, whatever, can't do because they're considered not mature enough, but they're going to get away with other stuff maybe that you couldn't get away with anymore. So it's like fair and unfair at the same time. Like, I definitely had some friends in high school whose parents were like, "No, you can't do that." And they're like, "Why? Everybody else in the friend group does it." And they're like, "Yeah, well, you're the least mature person in the friend group. So, hi, no." Like, a lot of stuff is based on that, what you can handle, if you could think your way out of a situation, or if something bad happened, if you know how to respond correctly. No, that's too far one way. Oh, well, it's not coming off. It's just gonna be like that. This end, which is kind of okay because it's more to the left. So then it looks like there's more of these like way down. I think it's the cat singing the song of her people. Yep, it's Miss Kitty singing the song of her people. It was like, it was muffled because of the headphones, and I was like, I'm not sure if that's her or something else. Oh, you guys can't see. But yeah, I mean, my kids don't really like want to go places. The boy child, definitely all his friends are in the computer, he's fine. The girl child will go have like sleepover. Like, I don't really like sleepovers. Weird shit happens at people's houses. Um, so she didn't really do sleepover. She can have people sleep over here, but like her go to other people's houses. Which is one of those things, like, am I being crazy overprotective? Probably, but there's a distinct possibility that probably I am, but also I don't care. Okay, this is gonna go on there like that. So we want this as straight up and down as I can. But, a lot of it comes that are they mature? Oh, son of a biscuit eater. That was not straight. Look, I have to make a call. Okay, Eric. Thank you for the lurky lurk. I get just the edge of the sticker peeled up, and it's gonna drive me batty if this sticker is like super sideways. Maybe. I thought I had it pretty straight, but then when I put it up here, it was, in fact, not. I think I fixed it. We're gonna call it good. There we go. But the kids are at that age where maybe one of them can do something and the other can't. But we really haven't like had that issue where it's been like a big argument or anything like that. Um, he'll be 15 next month, and she'll be 17 in January. So I joke that they're conveyor belt babies. One after the other. Like that's how it seemed to go. Like when she would be able to do something or age out of like playing with a certain thing, he wouldn't be that far behind. It's always joked that they're conveyor belt babies, which sounds kind of bad, but I don't care. I don't mean it in a bad way. It just sounds a little bad. Oop, almost. Um, but we really haven't had to deal with any of that. Which, yay, because I don't even want to imagine that. But he'll be able to get his permit soon if he wants. She has chosen to like not avidly go after hers. We did tell them though if they want a job, they have to get their permit, their license because you know, that's beyond like school. Like I will rearrange whatever to make sure that I'm getting them to school or activities, school related things. But past like you want a job? Well, we have a car that is for them to share. Um, but you're gonna have to work that out because I'm not. That sounds, I guess, a little bad, but I'm not making sure you get to your job or running around and changing when I do literally everything. But at the same time, them driving is kind of scary. People on the road are crazy. But I don't know if he really cares about getting his license either. He hasn't really said anything about it. There we go. I don't know what we're doing next week. Trying to think. Let me look at my calendar real quick. Because next week and the week after, it's like 4 streams, 16. I don't know. We'll probably start um the Bricklink um scholar set, and we'll see how many bags are in it and kind of go from there. Um, I have the chocolate shop one too, but something about it makes me think of winter time. I don't know why. So maybe I'll wait a little bit more to build that one. I think maybe it has like a slight wintry, Christmassy like theme to it, and my brain just keeps going back to that. And so I keep putting off building it because to me it's got like a winter theme to it. So maybe we'll wait a little bit more to build that one, and we'll work. Stay on the brick. Start the scholars one next week. Um, I have the Dracula house coming from Bricklink in. Welcome in, Sir Fabulous Petey. I hope you're having a good day slash good week. Yes, I have the Dracula house coming from Bricklink in November, and I'm really excited about that one. I'm sad that it won't get here like in October, and then I could do it for like Halloween month. But maybe we'll do that one like right away in November because I don't know. Why do you keep wanting to follow? I don't want to wait. I want to wait like basically almost a whole year to do that one. Does anybody have fun plans for the weekend? Even if those fun plans are sleeping for 48 hours straight, I'm okay with it. Not that you need me to be okay with it, but you know what I mean. I don't think we really have plans for this weekend. Okay, it says this to me, this like this. Come on. Get even and clippy clippy down. Okay, I feel like that's connected well. Then we'll push this to the side for a second so I can. Welcome in, Mouth. Thank you for the alert. Nap number 2. I guess they want it like all the way up. Yeah, that's what they did with the other side, all the way up. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for a minute. And we do have a couple stickers left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 stickers left. There were 17 with this set. 2 of them, I think, 2 of them were like double. So, like, it was the same sticker twice. So they didn't bother giving it its own number. But not too many stickers. I feel like Harry Potter's sets are like always have a bunch of stickers or the potential for there to be a bunch of stickers. Well, with Hogwarts Castle, there was like 45 or something like that. Also, I'm excited about the Hogsmeade Village. The Hogsmeade Village set. I have the older one where it was just like a couple buildings, like 2, I think. And I really liked that set, so I'm super excited for the new one. Not for the price tag, but that's neither here nor there. It's an owl letter and like a advertisement. I will probably have to go get Miss Kitty when the break happens because she has not stopped singing the song of her people for like the last 10 to 15 minutes. I'll put her in the kitty sweatshirt. The kitty hoodie, and she'll survive. Okay. This way. We'll have ads in like 4.5 minutes, roughly. So, this one, done. And then this is Ron's little bubble with a quote from him. It says, "Do you really have the 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 scar?" Oop, I bumped something off. Either that or I was on top of a brick. I don't think I bumped anything. So tired. I'm sorry, Alex. Okay, this. And then platform 9 3/4. Or Hogwarts Express at 9 3/4. Oh, there's a little like clippy thing we put in here earlier. So, sorry, let me create space. So they have it. I don't know what I thought I bumped. They have it where you can clip them together like this. Let me see. I'm gonna take you guys on a ride. Sorry if you get motion sick. but you can do it that way. Yeah. Or you can flip them together this way, and then they make like the book nook. And they do have holes here, so you just take, instead of having the dots on the back, you just take them out and put them here and here. And then there you go. And with the mirrors, it gives it that effect that the train line goes on and on and on, which I can't say enough about. I don't know why I like it so much. I just do. But it makes it look like, like it goes on for quite some time. And this is the way I'm going to leave it as the book nook, because, like I said, I don't have any shelves that really need ends to keep the books on, right? I have bookshelves, there are bookcases, they already have ends. So this is how I'm going to do it. And I went to a book signing last weekend. So I have new books that I have to like move stuff around on my bookshelves for anyway. So it'll be perfect. I can add this in with the other books and kind of have it in there. And it'll probably, 7 to 10 business days is how everything happens in this house. I will take a picture of it and put it on the Discord once I have it like on the bookshelf and fixed. But I will use the break that's happening in about 30 seconds. Sorry, hiccups. To make the transition from Lego to my cross stitch. And I will check on like Kitty because I think she's still doing the song of her people. She is not as excited that the kids have gone back to school, and is like, where are my people I sit with all day and who have to pay attention to me and give me all the lovings I want. So she's been a little needy. But as soon as we start ads, I will go check on her and use it to make the swap from one to the other. So I'll put you on the be right back screen when that happens. That way you're not, or I can leave you like this and you can just stare into the Hogwarts train. But there'll be a little camera shifting, so I'll probably put you on the be right back screen. That way no one needs to get motion sickness as I move the camera. Well, as long as you're happy. Oh, so what I was talking about before is you can see the stuff on that side. Okay, I'm gonna put you on be right back so I can switch those things around and not have you guys like, you know, get motion sick while I move it all around. And I think now she's stopped with her song of her people, but I will go check her anyway. Thank you, Alex. I muted myself so you couldn't hear me talk to the kitty. And then I forgot to unmute myself. Anyway, this is for a stitch along that was started by Carrot Cleric. He started cross stitching in his stream, and then some people were like, "Oh, that's cool. I'd like to try that or whatever." So he started a stitch along. I think he actually in the Discord it's called like Craft Together or something like that. And so we didn't want anybody to have to like buy a pattern or buy too much supplies. So we found a free pattern, like a bunch of people put free patterns in and then it was voted on and this one was picked. Um and there's only like 10 colors and it's about 6 by 6 roughly. Don't like quote me on the exact design size, but okay, no, not. So it was a good like starter one, and you could change the colors if you wanted, you know, to a different grouping. Um, I just went along with what was in the pattern, and I already cross stitched, so I only needed to buy like 2 colors. Um, I feel like it's one of those things where like you'll never have every color. Like, maybe you will, but it'll take a while. Unless you like purposely just go buy one skein of every color. But yes. So this is a little a fire and ice dragon is what the name of the pattern is. And so I've been trying to do it only in Discord. And there's no real time limit and it wasn't like we're going to do this area, this week and then this area this week. It was pretty much like here's the design, buy your supplies, here's the free pattern, do it at your leisure. Some people did it in like 2 days because it is a small pattern and had already cross stitched in the past. And so I would have probably done that, except I'm trying to only do mine on stream. That way people can ask questions or, whatever. But if at the end of the month we're not done or almost done, then I'll just finish the rest off stream and post the picture in Discord. Sorry, normally I get closer and it's better, but now I have Kitty on my lap, like holding a bebe, and I'm no longer sure where to put my hands. But this one only had like 10 colors, like I said, so. And if anybody wants to still join, you are more than free to do so, as there's not like you know, this was very much a try out a stitch along, craft along, see what works, see what doesn't. Let new people try a craft. I think I cut my fabric like 8 by 8 and I'm using like a 6-inch hoop. And that worked pretty well. I had centered it based on like where the center of the pattern was. And I just had to move it over just a smidgen to get these toes in, but then everything else so far has fit in and I didn't have to move it again. And sometimes it's a matter of like you think that's the center, but really, like visually, you're like, okay, here's the center. I did definitely mark the center, but like as far as hooping goes, maybe slightly off, so you have to move it. I have 2 different what they call scroll wheels, scroll frames. But they're usually for bigger projects. And I know they have like snap frames, which is like PVC pipe that you set your project on, and then there's little like probably more PVC that has like some cut out of it, and you just snap it over, and that holds it in. I don't have one like that. I imagine if you didn't want to use a scroll frame, that would be a good thing because it would be easier to move, like unhoop, rehoop. I I don't know how it feels like holding it though, because I've never used one. I have various sizes of hoops, and then I have the two scroll frames. The difference in my scroll frames is one is plastic, and just like a wooden one, you slip it in between the two sides and then you crank it. You don't have to unscrew and rescrew as you turn. You just, there's little knobs you press down on the end to allow you to like turn back, like loosen essentially, and then you can just crank the other side to make it tighter. Um, I like it because it's really easy to use. And I have a wooden one, but I don't use my wooden one as often because I already said I like the plastic one better, but also because one of the screws is stripped and I need to fix it. Like I need to get a different screw and put it in there, which is part of the reason I like the plastic one. I mean, it could break, but I don't have to worry about stripping a screw. So they both have their positives and negatives. It should go right up to the thing. But if you have any questions about cross stitching, which I'm sure poor Alex, she's heard this spiel like 10 times. Sometimes I say it more than once during a stream. Okay. But if you have any questions about cross stitching or about the stitch along or anything like that, crafts in general, do you craft? I love to craft. I have a problem with crafting. I craft. I love all the crafts. Okay. I saw that knot. Kitty is like, what are you doing? This thing is right in my face. There we go. So we want 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So I'm in the right spot. I was going to get you a scrapbook, but was told that it was not a craft. Yeah, I have tried on multiple occasions to get into the whole scrapbooking thing, and I think it is one of the very few crafts that I'm like, no thanks, no thanks. To be honest, the whole concept of having to print out pictures just seems taxing. I guess that's the word. Like I I don't take a ton of pictures to begin with. And then okay, I'm gonna be honest, like each kid has like 3 pages done in their baby book and that's it. The older two, and I don't even think I attempted a baby book with the boy. I'm like, nah, that's okay. That failed twice. Why bother? And I know that that may seem make me seem like, I don't know, not the greatest mom, but I only have so much spoon, so many full spoons a day, and scrapbooking doesn't fall in it. Um, and that's okay, because you know what? I can't build models either. I get so annoyed with all the little pieces on the end that you have to like sand to make smooth, or you can't cut quite close enough, so you have to sand to get the rest away. Like I can't do that either. So it's a craft that it's okay if it's a continual work in progress. Maybe that's another reason it doesn't do it for me, because I need like results. Oh, I missed one. Oh well, I'm not going back for it. It'll just be the other blue that's up there. That's another great thing about cross stitching. If you miss one, it's okay. Nobody will know. It's not quite like crochet where um, if you miscount, it's going to derail the whole project. Uh, so that's nice too. Crochet. Oh, well, you missed a stitch. That's okay. No one will know. They'll know. They will know. In fact, I was using these scissors for crochet, and that's crochet fuzz. Ooh, I think that's the end of that one, which is okay because I think that's the end of the time for today. Like I said, I knew there wasn't much left time for today. Much left time wise for the day. I will learn to speak eventually. That could be a while, but eventually. So I had gotten this one, I think, as a free gift in the one magazine or something like that. I don't really like this organization method because I feel like, you know, the leftover string is like no real place to go. I feel like this isn't very, I don't know. I just don't like it. But I have them, so I use them. Probably once it runs out, like the thing is finished off that one, I probably won't use it again. But the next one is 3843. Yeah, see how similar their colors are? Nobody will know if I use this for one stitch versus this. So, and I was going to thread it, but there's none cut on this. So we will just save it for next time. Let me. But I got this kind of shiny, glittery. It looks better in person than it does on the camera. I can't get it to like be really nice on the camera, but um, it's got like little pieces of like tinselly glitter pulled through with the fabric. So it's a sparkly dragon. I know you hear the weird sound outside, so you're gonna freak out. No, 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 no. You cannot get out in here. Go down. Put your arm back in. You will tear up the Legos in here because you're a thief. Hello, kitty. Okay. Save. Save as, because I don't trust the save. Yes, I know. All those things will go away. Okay. Let's see what my message is. Okay. We don't need that. No, madam. Look, don't you want to be in the camera? I want to thank, um, let's see if I can do it right. Sorry. Tico Cat, Drake Hunter, and AFK Civvy for the follow. Scotty for the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who stayed after the raid. I appreciate it, whether it was for 5 minutes or the rest of the time. Whether you talked or didn't, we're good. I appreciate lurkers, and I am a habitual lurker myself. Let's see what the thing says about who's on. Let's see if somebody raid channel. Okay. I always like the one time I forgot to check and like the person was not speaking English. So I have to remember now to like that's one of the things I've got to check like when I'm looking for somebody. And I know like parts of Europe it's like later in the evening, so they may be on, you know. And like makers and crafters is kind of like a big community, but sometimes depending on when you're trying to stream or like trying to raid, sometimes finding somebody to raid into can be interesting. Um, we'll try this person. They're doing some kind of beating, it looks like. I know, Kitty, I know. Let's go to this web stream ending. There you go. Thank you everyone who hung out today. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you're new, um even if you're not new, I hope you enjoyed what we did. Um I'll be back on Sunday with video games, probably more Satisfactory with the boys. They really enjoy playing Satisfactory. So let me do a kitty is Madam. Madam. There we go. Sorry, guys. Let me open the door and let her out. There's some kind of weird noise outside, and she is not having it. Are you going to come out? Are you going to come out? It was some kind of like loud, almost whistly noise, and she was not happy about it. But I hope everyone has a great day.